Hello everybody, this is Gareth Coon Speaks back here with another video. I'd like you to subscribe bar, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, or hit the notification bell to be notified when I post my next post. Or if you want to look up my website, you can do so at www.garethcahoon.co.uk. Or if you'd like to support the ministry, you can do so through PayPal, garethcahoon3@gmail.com. This one is about an interview that Ambassador Mike Huckabee did with Tucker Carlson. I call him Carlson because he is paid by Qatar. And as lately he's turned from being a conservative pundit to being a conspiracy theorist and anti-Israel, anti-Christian, and says that Israel isn't chosen of God. Masterclass. Huckabee calmly and brilliantly confronts Tucker Carlson's barrage of anti-Israel, anti-Christian lies during a 2-hour interview. Let's consider just these examples of Tucker's attacks. For more than 2 hours on his podcast, Tucker Carlson was both hostile and flustered, contentious yet often illogical, as he tried to prosecute rather than interview US Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee. Huckabee, on the other hand, could not have been more impressive, relaxed, well prepared, factual, logical, and astonishingly unflappable. Tucker threw lie after vicious lie at Israel, at the Jewish people, at the Trump administration, at Christians, and at Huckabee himself. Yet Huckabee gave a brilliant masterclass in public diplomacy and Christian kindness. He calmly, clearly, and convincingly confronted and debunked each of Tucker's provable false assertions. It is no wonder that Huckabee is receiving a torrent of high praise all across social media this weekend. I'm not going to try to catalogue all of Tucker's lies here. That would take way too long. Let me simply highlight 3 to help you understand who Tucker is and how hateful and dishonest he has sadly become. The Tucker lies about Israel President Herzog being on Jeffrey Epstein's island. One of the sickest and most sinister moments in the interview came when Tucker accused Israeli President Isaac Herzog, one of the most humble, upright, and honourable leaders in the modern Israeli history, of being a friend of Jeffrey Epstein and a visitor to Epstein's notorious sex island. When Huckabee said he had never heard of such allegations in America, Israeli or foreign media, Tucker seemed outraged and demanded that Huckabee confront Herzog and get immediate answers. Tucker challenged me to ask Israeli President at Isaac Herzog allegation he was at Epstein Island. Huckabee wrote on X this morning. I did ask, Huckabee continued, as expected. It was a lie. The reporter who spread it admits it was fake. Tucker may need to talk to his lawyers. Libel and defamation of a good and honourable man is reckless. Huckabee is absolutely correct and Tucker is dead wrong. Tucker made allegations based on reporting and social media posts from Gabriela Sevilla Winger, a reporter for the Times of London. Yet weeks ago, Winger admitted that the photo she posted was completely fake and that she was completely mistaken. I mistakenly posted a photo of President Herzog without checking the source. I am sorry for that. she admitted on X on February 9th. The next day, she went further. Just to clarify, the photograph was an AI fake, she wrote on X. I can only apologise for the grave error in judgment for reposting the photo and to the present for any harm this has caused. Clearly, what Winger did was not professional journalism. Rather, it was a vicious attack designed to smear the honourable reputation of the President of Israel and make it seem like Israel is complicit in Epstein's disgusting and wicked crimes, including against underage girls. The photo was patently, obviously artificial intelligence fake image. Wininger now admits she never checked the facts. She now admits she didn't check the source, and all that is bad enough. But what Tucker did was worse. Tucker is making the same sleazy and sinister allegations against Herzog to his 17 million X followers, but he is doing so more than 2 weeks after the reporter admitted the photo is fake and the allegations are untrue. The current president of Israel, President Herzog, who you know well, was apparently at Pedo Island, Tucker told Huckabee, referring to Epstein files held by the US Justice Department. That's what it says in the disclosures. So high level still living Israeli officials are directly implicated in Epstein's life, if not crimes. President Herzog's office issued the following statement on Ambassador Huckabee on Saturday morning, February 21st. The allegations are entirely unfounded and are unequivocally denied. The statement begins, there has never been any contact or connection, directly or indirectly, between Isaac Herzog and Jeffrey Epstein. There was never any acquaintance or personal relationship of any known kind between them. The president was never invited to, never visited, and was never present at the location in question. Any claim suggesting otherwise is false and may constitute libel and defamation. That last line is interesting. I'd love to see Herzog sue Tucker and win a huge judgment. Tucker lies about Christians in the Middle East. Another vicious lie that Tucker is making is that Israel treats Christians terribly, that Qatar treats Christians wonderfully, and that Christianity is thriving in the Islamic Gulf nation that harbours Hamas terrorists but not thriving in the Holy Land. Fortunately, Huckabee refused to let him get away with such nonsense. Tucker Christianity is growing in Israel, noted the ambassador, while Tucker continually tried to interrupt him. And there's a big lie that goes out there that, no, let me finish, because I keep hearing that Christians are really not treated well in Israel. That's simply a lie. That's a lie. There were 34,000 Christians in Israel in 1948. There are 184,000 Christians today. Now I tell you where Christians are doing well, Huckabee continued. They're not doing well in the Muslim controlled countries. There are almost no Christians in Qatar, for example, except those who live in the Christian ghetto, who are the service workers. I'm sorry, Tucker interrupted. I don't want to argue with you, but there are many more Christians in Qatar than in Israel. That's not true, Huckabee calmly pushed back. It's true, Tucker insisted. I refer you to Wikipedia, Mr. Ambassador. I refer you to the government of Qatar, the government of Israel. These are knowable facts, but Huckabee knew the facts and laid them out, not just in Qatar, but other Muslim nations in the Arab world. So this was just a bit of the 2-hour interview that they had following an argument between the two men. But I think Mike Huckabee came out the victor in it all, and Tucker Carlson has just shown himself to be the